What's up, y'all? I'm Quincy. I am a designer, principal designer, design manager, and welcome. We're on this 30-day journey. We are redesigning a company who has rejected my application. Just give you a little backstory. I was laid off back in November from my great company called Dow Jones, the Wall Street Journal, and I haven't been able to find work ever since. I've been looking everywhere, filling out hundreds, if not thousands of applications, and that's why we're here. So I figured let's do something different and let me challenge myself. So I'm going to redesign a company who has rejected my application. So it's going to be funny, and we're going to have fun on this journey. So we are on day 10, and let's get after it. Come on. All right. So I already know who's rejected me. It is Pathstream. Pathstream, come on, man. We would like to extend our sincerest gratitude for expressing interest in joining Pathstream, yada, yada. After carefully reviewing all applications on an individual basis, we want to personally reach out to provide an update. We received a high number, yada, 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 yada. It says, we have identified candidates who are more closely match our current needs. Come on, Pathstream lead product designer? That's just who I am. So, Pathstream, I gotta say, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I'm gonna redesign something of yours. And so let's go to their website. And their website is pretty neat. It's very circular, essentially. There's nothing that there's a few things I would change on here, but nothing just glaringly crazy. Aside from the different sizes of text, essentially, with everything in here. But I want to take it to their social media, and I came across this right here. Pathstream, a day in the life of a Salesforce admin. And it looks like their logo changed, some time ago too. So I'm going to want to change, not change, I'm going to bring in that new logo. A day in the life. So it just really looks like a very generic graphic, a generic social media card, essentially. A day in the life of a Salesforce admin, check CRM, meet with the manager and the team, provide ongoing support, learn more. So essentially, that's it. So Pathstream, we're going to redesign this thing. So let's get after it. Let's take it to Illustrator. All right, so we are now in Illustrator. Let me bring in their logo. Let me find their logo. Oops. Wrong drive. So their logo. Where did I put their logo? I think it's in the downloads, actually. No, it's actually in, take a screenshot of it. Because I couldn't find the right logo. All right, here we go. It seems like they changed their logo, essentially. So what we're going to do, actually, I already cut it out, which is great. All right, so bring their logo in. I got their logo mark. So I want to make the background this color. So their primary color, essentially, I want to make their background. So in their primary color, if we take it to their website, it's this color in here. So let me just grab that color. Come on. Always does that. My screen always does that. So over here. All right, good. Got their color. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so properties, fill, save. Let's name it primary. Pathstream primary. All right, Pathstream primary. We have the primary color in there. So let's apply this color. Oh yeah, perfect. So what I want to do is take out their logo mark, which is here, and I'm going to make it, I I want it to come into the background essentially. I just want those swoops. Swoops are very nice. So we're gonna make this white. So now it's white. We're gonna put this in back. We're gonna make a clipping mask. We're gonna find this properties. I'm gonna fill it up again. And now you see that swoop coming in. Let's just leave it like that for a minute. Let's bring their logo down here. Essentially, let's bring it up. So now they got that Pathstream logo. I want to make it white. All right. So white Pathstream, perfect. So a day in the life of a Salesforce admin. So let's put a day in the life. So we're just gonna make a day in the life. We'll change this to Roboto. Just easy to work with just one font. And we're not just constantly looking for fonts. So we're gonna make this thin. Let's bring it up. And actually, let me copy this. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna make sure it's set as a paragraph. Text is just not in there. So a day in the life. I want to make it right aligned because I want to put in. I'm actually gonna make this a little bigger. Let's make this. What is that? 80. Let's bring it down to 72. 72. So a day in the life. So I want this card essentially to be used again. So I'm just going to put things in particular places where really just the copy needs to be replaced. And we'll probably create 2 iterations of this card, one with photo, one without photo, because it just seems like they don't have a photo, so they're just using a stock image. So, all right, cool. Day in the life, and we're gonna bring this over, bring this up, and we'll put Salesforce admin. So day in the life of Salesforce admin. In this Salesforce admin, we're gonna make a bold font essentially. Let's bold it. Right? Let's bold it. Let's make it, I don't know, 300. Oops. I want everything to be 300. Actually, I did the wrong part. So let's make the 300. And that's very large, right? Because you can't even see it. Maybe that's probably too large. So let's just come down some. So it's more readable. Day in the life of a Salesforce admin. It stinks that Salesforce is just one word. Because we're gonna have to make some adjustments to it. So day in the life of a Salesforce admin. Let's lessen the space some. Just bring it a little bit more dense. Make the line height a little bigger. All right, day in the life, Salesforce admin. Let's bring this down some. We'll probably align the logo, maybe somewhere else, essentially. All right, so let's get a line in here. We'll just bring that to there. We'll make the weight of this line essentially just 1. I don't need it to be that big at all. Oops. All right, so day in the life of a Salesforce admin. I mean, that's cool. Logo, we could essentially put up here. So a day in the life of Salesforce admin. So that automatically just looks a lot more cleaner, a lot more visually appealing. Aside from the photo, we don't need the photo in this at this very moment in time. But we could put a photo. Let me just make sure everything is lining up. Just doing this optically. We could put a ruler in here and see where we're at. And then we're literally really just moving pixels around from pixel to pixel essentially. But we're not gonna do that at this very moment in time. So day in the life of a Salesforce admin. So that was pretty quick. That we did that. So, but let's make some edits to it. So we have this iteration. Let's bring over another iteration over here. And let's make this a little bit transparent. Actually, the mark transparent. So now it's resting behind the copy, and it's not everything is not forcing to come to the front. So now we created some hierarchy within our layout. So this is not the mark is not fighting this to be read. This is not being, fighting the mark to be read. We already see a day in the life, and that's something that we're just gonna, bring forward. Let's get another thought in here. So another thought in here would be, I'm just creating a few different layouts. Another thought would be, we'll bring Salesforce admin up. We will rotate this line essentially. Come on, there we go. And then we will bring this across here. And then we will space this out. Pretty much do that. Bring this down, essentially. We could right align this. Then put this right aligned. Bring that over here. Bring that out some. The mark, we could bring down some. Or the mark, actually, we could make a little larger. So that's cool. And the mark, actually, we could, it's not intruding on some of the things that we're bringing up. So we literally could put the mark here. Put the copy here, because it's not fighting with the back. But we'll keep that there. We could make Salesforce admin bigger now, because we do have some space. So 160, I just changed on me. Why you just changed on me? 160, we'll bring that up. We will adjust the line height. What are you right now? 60. Line height seems to be maybe just a little. $140. All right, we'll keep 140. We'll bring this over some. Bring this up a little bit. So now essentially we have three separate layouts. We have this one over here, which looks a little bit more poppy. We have this one here, and then we have this one over here. So we could make this thin just a little bolder so it stands out some. So why don't we do that? I just don't want everything fighting with each other. When you create graphics, there's no need for your copy to fight with your essential pictures or graphics that you're putting in, or assets, graphical assets that you're putting in. There's no need for that to happen. So you just need to create a hierarchy between between everything. So which one do you think we should go with? And mind you, this is without an image. So we're going to create one with an image too. It's nice. It's cool. You know, we could do a lot. We could add a little bit of depth. Let's add a little depth. All right. So we'll add just a little bit of depth to here. Let's leave it at 70. Let's and opacity. So now we brought some depth, to that logo in the back, to the logo mark in the background. That's pretty cool. Let's see if we add it to this one, what it looks like. I could have just clicked OK. We added that one to that one also. I like it. That's pretty cool. Just thinking. Just thinking. That's all. Just thinking. All right. So let's move on. We'll move on with. We could literally move on with all three. But let's move on with the one in the middle. The one in the middle. Let's move on with the one in the middle. Salesforce admin. All right. So let's. Bring this up. All right. So day in the life, we will keep down there. Salesforce admin, we're going to bring up, and we're going to just change this to check CRM. And we could make CRM bigger. It just depends on what what you're trying to do. But we will leave it. Let's just bring it down, to 120. Essentially, I want the text to the copy that we're about to create to be right here, essentially. So all right, now we got some copy. All right, let me just stop this for a sec. All right, so let's get our copy in here. I already typed out this copy. So I typed it out already, which is great. Let's bring this up. Let's align this, make sure it's aligning right to there. So it is. Bring this up here. All right, so that's one. I'm gonna put a swipe. Swipe 4. Let's say swipe 4. Swipe to read. All right, swipe to read. We're gonna make this a lot smaller. This white. But I'm gonna put 3 of them in. So swipe to read. Well, actually this one will be swipe to continue. And the other one will be swipe to read, which is this one. Let's just paste it in its place. Do we want it right or center? Center, it might be a little jarring. That's center. I don't mind center. What do you guys think? Let's try this one. That's cool. All right, so let's continue. We'll keep going down. Let's see. I want to bring this down. Make sure our lines there. Good. Good. All right. So let's just get rid of that for a sec. So manage. Let's get rid of this. So this text is just a little larger than one previously. All right, I'm gonna bring this up so it matches. So if you see, we created a system. In this. So day in the life, boom, boom. So it's easy for a marketing person to come in here and just change out copy essentially, which is great. So we're not going to do all this. I mean, you get the, you see the difference between all of these. So Salesforce admin, that's the intro slide, intro card, and then check serum there. We need to change. I want to change this text. Select to read. Make sure it's centered, and then centered. Good. So it's just easy just to digest. All right, so what I want to do now is I want to add in a photo. So there's two different iterations in here. So let's just move this over because we're gonna just continue rocking with this one here. So what I want to do is create something that's really for, something that's for their brand. We always could put, just a general square here, right? But does it speak to their brand at all? No, not necessarily. What would speak to their brand? Something that was a little bit more of a curvature nature. So let's create something with a curvature nature to it, and we are going to just use their lines essentially to carve this out. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same. So, but what we're doing is, we're using their curves to bring another element to the page. Let me paste that back for now. Why are you 10%? I didn't make you 10%. It's supposed to be 100. There we go. Right. So let's get in a photo. We're just gonna see how this looks, right? Let's get I have a bunch of photos and that I've downloaded past few days, so let's just get something. I mean, this looks like a Salesforce ad. Oops. Let's bring this one in. Got to make it smaller. 500. All right, so I got her. Bring her in there. Behind that. Come on. So she's there. Let's see here. No. So let me add a layer here. So I'm just adding another layer. I'm gonna just switch layers for a sec. So I literally created another layout. I need to take this out. I don't know why. Oh, I see. Oh, I'll see what I did. So again, let's make this 10. I actually merged those. I don't know how I did that. That's pretty remarkable. All right, I'm gonna put this below here. I'm gonna move this over, bring it up. Bring it over too. I got an image there. Well, not an image. I got an image there. I'm just gonna bring in picture. Of this young lady. Let's adjust her. Let's put 500. We're gonna make it a little bigger too. So she'll be in there just like that. Put her down here. Put her behind this. And we are gonna make a clippy mask. Oh, yeah. So, not too sure about that at all. Let's see if we can make her make another instance. Put it there. Put those together. Clippy mask. And let me hide this one. Now we have something interesting. Not too sure we're gonna go with it, but let's see. If we can get enough of her in, why couldn't we go with it, right? mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be her, essentially. It doesn't. What is blocking down there? Oh, it's her image. It's not big enough. Let's make her bigger. Oh, I like it. It's cool. All right, so this is going to have to change. Now I just want to make sure everything lines up, but I'm not necessarily feeling where Salesforce admin is, so I'm going to move it up, move the logo down, put the day in the life above with the separator. Trying to figure out, but I like where the sales admin and that curve of their logo mark is, but I'm going to make it a little smaller, adjust the day in the life, bring the logo up, we're seeing how it feels, but not necessarily. I'm going to put swipe right below there and bring that down, but just center pretty much everything, but make harmony between sales admin and their logo mark. And I like the way it feels. It looks nice. It's elegant. You know, it's modern. You know, it's just a stark contrast from what they previously had. And now I'm just going to add in that copy that's on the left, and I'm just working it out, seeing where the day in life should be. Should it be at the top? Should it be at the side? I need to make the check CRM smaller. You know, and usually when you put text or something next to a separator, you're locking it up, but not necessarily what I want to do at this particular moment in time. So I'm trying to center everything. Maybe that looks good. And, you know, we could live with that, but that's just not where it needs to be. It needs to be a little bit more slick, a little bit more aligned. And much like what I have on the right, I'm going to make on the left too. Just adjust it slightly so it stands out and it feels just different. Putting the logo to the right, and I like it. So we're just going to replace, you know, some of the copy that's on the right from the right. Essentially, the copy is a lot larger, and I made it just 2 point sizes smaller, so everything fits correctly, and it looks good. You know, I'm satisfied with it. It's a stark contrast from what it was previously, and let's view it. All right, we're done. Let me show this to you guys.